Leo, this is your reading for the week of July 7th through the 13th. We have 4 categories here. We're going to pick one of these categories randomly. So the first category is your social life and connections. Your second category is work. Your third category is self-care and mental health. And your fourth category are your passions and your hobbies. I have a feeling it's going to be about work, right? Sorry to typecast you here, Virgo, but we're going to pick it randomly. So let's see what comes up here. You're going to see it before I do. So the category for you, it's not going to be work. It is going to be number 4, which is your passions and your hobbies. Sorry for typecasting you there, Virgo. So this is going to be a focus on your passions and your hobbies for this coming week, Virgo, the week of July 7th through the 14th. So we'll do a cut of the deck to see what we have at the bottom of the card. And the bottom of the card is a focus card. And you have the moon. Right? So when it comes to your passions and your hobbies, some of these things are no longer as passionate for you. Maybe when it comes to the things that you enjoy, you have a feeling of dissatisfaction or just being more confused about the things that you are passionate about and the things that you enjoy doing. Maybe you want to start some new things, right? So the moon has the Fool's Path here. You can see that lobster is supposed to get started on the Fool's Path. The lobster is supposed to release emotional armor and practice vulnerability and take on the fool's journey. So maybe this is asking you to try some new hobbies and passions that you've been thinking about, right? So anything that has led to confusion when it comes to the things that you enjoy, you have to ask yourself, are you going to continue doing these things with this moon card? Okay, so we're going to do a 5-card draw here, and then we're going to clarify. So the first card that we have is Death. The second card that we have here is Judgment. The third card for you here, Virgo, is the Knight of Swords. The fourth card here for your passions and hobbies, Virgo, is the 5 of Pentacles. And the 5th card is the 6 of Wands. Let's go. So there's definitely an energy of like a lot of your passions and the things that you've always enjoyed here, Virgo, are no longer or maybe less enjoyable for you, is what I'm seeing, right? Because the Death card is your first card, and it's asking you to really bring to an end the things in your life that that you used to love doing. It's asking you to really reevaluate those things because maybe they're not giving you as much joy anymore, right? Maybe you're just doing a lot of the things that you've always liked to do for fun, and you're not getting as much satisfaction in it anymore. So the Death card is asking you to really bring those things to a close, right? Like the things that you've always enjoyed doing that are no longer as fulfilling for you, how can you bring them to a death? How can you bring them to an end so that you can transform and take on new things that you're going to enjoy in your life, new passions that you're going to have in your life? Because then you have the Judgment card. And this is you waking up to a new life when it comes to the things that you're passionate about. This is you, again, bringing a lot of things to a closure, to a death, to an ending, so that you can have something new that you're passionate about with this Judgment card. And then your third card is the Knight of Swords, right? So it's like once you do this, once you make this transformation, once you realize that like, yeah, I've loved doing some of these things in the past and they're not as fulfilling anymore. I'm going to reevaluate, reassess. New passions will come in, right? This Knight of Swords is saying like, what are the things that you've always thought about doing when it comes to your passions and your hobbies? And it's time to get going with it. Go with fervor, go with enthusiasm, really rush towards some new ideas, new passions, new hobbies that you're thinking about getting into with that Knight of Swords. And again, you have the 5 of Pentacles, which is another card of disappointment. It's another card of, thinking about the things that you've enjoyed that are no longer as enjoying to as fulfilling to you, that don't bring you as much joy, and it's asking you to walk away from them, right? The Five of Cards is a card of walking away from the things that haven't been working anymore, right? So it's like think about the passions in your life that don't give you as much joy. Maybe you're spending a lot of money on them. Maybe, you know, you are spending too much time on them and they're not as joyful for you. It's time for you to walk away from those things. And when you do, you are going to get a victory. You will have more celebration with the Six of Wands, right? So this is definitely telling me that it's time to release old passions and hobbies and to find new ones that are going to bring you joy. So let's go ahead and clarify here, Virgo, your passions and your hobbies for the week of July 7th through the 13th. Your first card is the Death card, and with the Death card, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is about a change in your fortunes. This is you wanting to bring things to an end so that you can have better fortune, have better luck with the Wheel of Fortune here, right? The Wheel of Fortune has all of the four fixed signs, right? Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. So that energy is saying, don't be stuck on the things that are no longer giving you joy when it comes to your passions and your hobbies, right? Spin the wheel of fortune, try new things, try your luck on things, put yourself out there, take risks, right? And that's what's going to lead to a change in your fortunes when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune and your passions. Your second card is the Judgment card. To clarify judgment, we will grab the Queen of Wands, right? So the Queen of Wands is about you being bold and assertive. It's about almost mastering bold and assertive, courageous, adventurous energy. She's holding a sunflower and that's pointed towards the sun. She's facing the sun because she wants to have a sun phase. So once you understand that you're going to take on some new passions and new hobbies and let go of the things that haven't been as fun for you anymore and just have the bold energy to admit it, then you will wake up to your new life here with the Judgment card. So be courageous about it. Be honest with yourself here, Virgo. And with the Knight of Swords, you have the Seven of Swords, right? So this is about you making this conflict much easier, right? Don't be hard on yourself, right? If there's things that aren't fun for you anymore, just be honest, right? Know that they served you. Know that you want to take on new activities and new hobbies and new passions in your life, right? Once you take on these new things with this Knight of Swords, once you really, again, boldly do it with that Queen of Wands energy, right? Whatever new passions and hobbies that you're going to bring into your life, you're going to approach it from a different way with the Seven of Swords, and you're going to be smarter about it, and you're going to, maybe if it's a hobby that requires you to spend money, you're going to limit how much money you spend, right? If you have a hobby like, let's say, golf or shooting pool or going out to drink with your friends and it requires a lot of money, maybe you take on a passion that requires less money because you've learned from your previous passions. You don't want to spend so much money on having fun. You want to do something fun that requires less money, right? That Seven of Swords is saying you're going to be much smarter about this new endeavor that you are going to take on here, Virgo. And your fourth card is the Five of Pentacles. And with the Five of Pentacles, you have the Page of Swords. So this is, again, being about curious. You're curious about new things that you want to do. You're disappointed with a lot of the things that you've been doing, right? The things that have been giving you joy maybe haven't been as fulfilling anymore. So with this Page of Swords, you're curious about new things that you want to do, right? Be very, very courageous and take the time and dive into yourself about what things you want to add into your life to bring more value into your life. And again, just be curious, research new things, go for a walk, right? If you're not walking, if you're not exercising, movement is free, right? So it's like if you're not being curious about new things you want to add to your life, just by moving and using your intuition and diving into yourself with that Page of Swords, you will, get some answers towards having more fun in your life here. And you have the Six of Wands as your fifth card. And with the Six of Wands, you have the Lovers. Let's go. So whatever this is, it's going to be something that you're going to love, right? whatever it is when it comes to your passions and your hobbies. You have the Six of Wands with the Lovers, which is a great combination because you're going to be victorious with something new that you are going to love here. Maybe these activities are going to lead you to love. If you're single right now and you're looking for love, join a hiking group. Go out more, go to a coffee shop, say hello, make eye contact, send signals, pick up on signals, put yourself out there if you're looking for love here. The thing about the Lovers is that it's about communicating with your higher self, right? There's the higher self angel. You also have the higher self angel here with the Judgment card. So it's like you have two cards here in the reading that have your higher self, right? So communicate with your higher self. Your higher self to me is your future self. Your higher self is, the person that you want to become, the work that you're putting in, the effort that you're putting into yourself, into processing, into healing, into becoming more beautiful, more attractive, just a generally better person here, Virgo. When you communicate with your higher self, you're actually communicating with yourself in the future, who you're going to become, the things that you're working on right now that are going to lead you to a better place of selfhood, right? Communicate with that person, talk to that person, open up a piece of paper or a journal and ask yourself questions. What is life going to be like? What are these new things these new passions that I'm going to have that are going to lead to more fulfillment in life? And you will get closer to that place. All right. Take care. Have a good week, Virgo. And thank you for watching.